Mr. and Mrs. Taylor, it's lovely to meet you. I almost forgot. Happy anniversary.
Cheers to 25 years.
We're so grateful to have our kids here with us. My greatest happiness in life is being your wife.
Josh brought the new girlfriend.
She doesn't blink.
Guys, this is Liz.
It's lovely to meet you, Mr. and Mrs. Taylor.
Very nice to meet you, Liz.
I wasn't sure if you'd remember me.
I didn't at first, but I remember you now. Our son's new girlfriend, a former student. She's radical in her ideology.
Honey, people change.
No, Paul, they don't. I don't think it's a coincidence that she's attached herself to Josh.
Come on, we don't bite.
Sure you do.
It's all coming back. The skillful way she evades questions.
Can you pretend to be happy for me? You couldn't bend her your way. Drives you insane.
What did you even know about this girl?
Wow.
It's growing a new host to attach itself to. That's how it blossoms and infects the entire ecosystem.
You know, I used to be afraid of you. But I don't think I am anymore.
Don't let them win.
Your sister went missing.
It's not a coincidence.
The way the world is now, it's dangerous. Josh. Yeah.
Look around us.
She's messing with her head.
We don't always know what our children are capable of. Regardless of what you think of me, I don't want to be the reason things change in this family.
I think you know what's coming.
You have obliterated us. What more do you want?
Hey now, don't leave it so.
Nerds do rule the world. I love it.
Yes, we do. Hi, I'm Heather with the NRW, where Nerds Rule the World, and I'm here with Rosene-Gambino, who is one of the writers in the upcoming film Anniversary. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you? I love your decorations, by the way.
Oh, thank you. There's that time of year. Got to get festive, right?
Yes, exactly.
I won't deny when you ask how I am. I don't know after watching that film. I'm going to say.
I always tell everyone they should take like a beta blocker or something before they go in. We should hand it out at the theater, honestly.
Probably. Get some like therapists just on hand at any time.
Yes, exactly. I'm writing that down.
Let's get into it then. Anniversary. Where did this come from? How did this idea come about?
This was an idea from the director, Jan Komasa. It's something he had been thinking about for a while. I had met Jan through another script that I had wrote, and we were talking about doing it. And at some point he came to me and says, I really think I know what my next film is. And he pitched it to me, and it honestly scared me to death. And I said, wow, that's a lot to bite off. Let me go away and think about it for a minute. And knew I wanted to work with him. I was excited to do that, but it made me a little nervous. And then when you do and something captures your imagination and it's a great opportunity, ideas start popping into your head. And so I came back with the Magritte painting, which is a big thematic inspiration for me in writing it, and a couple other ideas, the professor-student relationship, all that stuff. And then we said, okay, let's get in a room and sort of talk about the story. But the pandemic broke out. So what ended up happening is we had a lot of conversations, but the conversations were so fueled by what was going on in our bubbles, our family, what was going on with the virus, what was going on with different pockets of like populism happening and conspiracy happening and all that kind of thing, that all those conversations became what was development. And you can honestly see, I think, a lot of the pandemic, including Birdie being the scientist, all this stuff is really kind of drilled into the film. So that was development. It was a lot of conversations. And then I went off and wrote very long character bios because it's definitely character driven, and did some digging there to work on arcing everybody since it's contained and we're following everybody. And then I did a treatment, a very detailed one, so that by the time I went to write it, I knew everything. And we got an actor in the first draft. I mean, Diane came aboard on the first draft of the script, but it was really about developing it and talking it out and figuring it out and doing the math, so to speak, on this one, because it definitely has different parameters and a goal in mind in the story that Jan wanted. So it was a very different experience for me, but very good. It was an interesting learning curve for me. Let's put it that way. So, it's not a traditional 3-act structure, as you know. Like, there are some things that, you figure out in your craft when you're writing something that's special and different like this.
There's a couple of things that you talked about that I really want to dive into. But one point that right there at the end, you talk about how it's not the 3-act. It's not. There are many acts to this. Mm-hmm. But we don't get like a timeline. You can tell that there are time jumps, but you don't get a designated timeline. Why remove those moments? Why be like, oh, 6 months later? Why not have those in there?
Yeah, there is. We had a big talk about that. So I thought of Liz's 5 stages of a virus. The virus comes in, infiltrates the host, starts spreading to the family. There are 5 stages in a virus, and the end stage is you basically infect and spread or die, So that's how I thought of it. I originally wrote the script with those headers between each one and thinking of it as a virus. And then we had a lot of conversations about what they wanted to do instead. I also had written PSAs in between each of the 5, so there are 5 acts in between each of the 5 acts. So I definitely had that delineated in the written material. I think the discussion came about maybe trying to make it feel a little bit more organic, because we drop in the families one kind of family celebration a year, so to speak, until it really radically shifts between the 25th and 30th anniversary. And then there are titles of 2 years, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, so you get that, and then the goalpost between, you do understand it's the 25th and the 30th. So I hope that's not going to be terribly confusing for anybody. It's a film. It takes a minute to, I think, really follow it. It's dialogue heavy. It's contained, that kind of thing. But that was the goal in mind. So.
And I want to say, it's personally, I was able to follow it very easily. It's, going from not having a baby to having a baby. There's a period,
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's what I wanted to do too, so that you can see, someone becomes, is sort of jobless and like floundering, and then suddenly there's a success, and like these big, your restaurant's going well, and then, so those big jumps in, time really shift quickly. And Jan's whole thing about that made a real impact was when sometimes something authoritarian comes, you don't always know it's coming until it's too late. And these big shifts start occurring, and then suddenly you're like, okay, we have to, and then it's here. So that was sort of like the thing I had in the back of my head when writing.
It came off very well. I was just more curious about those time lapses.
Yeah.
You felt it.
Good question.
It's now I want to step back more towards the beginning of what you said about the emotional impact that you felt and what we felt here. This does feel very bubblish, because of course we're just seeing it from the family's purview, basically within the home exclusively.
Right.
But what does it feel like as we have gone forward after the pandemic? Because everyone knows it does not take 6 months to make a movie; it takes years.
Right.
What has it been like making this film leading into what we are seeing? And we don't have to get political, of course, in this conversation, but as we have continued on post-pandemic, what has it been like making that movie and doing the press for this? Has it hit any harder? Has it felt more real? How has it felt doing this?
Absolutely hit harder and more real, unexpected. We wrote this well before the last election, without a doubt. I think you never want to try to capitalize on, things that, are hitting people in such, devastating ways. So it's very important that people know the history behind, sort of when it was written. But the goal is, and I do think it's, there have been questions about that, absolutely. Our attempt was to write a nonpartisan film. And so the book, The Change, it has a very sort of utopian message to it. It's almost too altruistic in a way that, let's come together, let's bridge the divide, let's do what the generations haven't done before. I think these are all good intentions, but those things get corrupted. And we know there's never a balance when that happens, right? So they get corrupted by big business, they get corrupted by think tanks. We wrote this for example, Project 2025. So that's really what it's exploring, how populism takes root, and you get a huge sort of following from that, and how that can really change things. And that causes a huge rift and divide in families. So no matter where you fall politically, I think that you can see yourself in the film, or see your neighbor or your uncle that comes for Thanksgiving and drives you crazy, or what have you. So that is the whole sort of idea behind it. But also, I gotta say, when you're writing a film that takes, and we knew this was going to be, we always said it was going to be civil war within a family, so we used that kind of model a little bit after we saw that film. But the idea is that, it's small budgeted, contained movie. So you definitely feel the impact of it, feeling like a social horror film. It's coming out, on Halloween. So, but anyway, I hope did I answer your question?
Absolutely.
It's been loaded. The political part has been loaded. I'm not going to, we talked at Columbia University last night. It was fantastic. And, it's inevitable, people are going to talk about the film without a doubt.
And it's going to be so much fun hearing that conversation. Absolutely. Lori, thank you so much for your time today. Anniversary arrives in theaters on October 29th. You have a wonderful
Thank you. Thank you, Heather. Take care. Nice talking to you.
I just find it fascinating how exhausting, just how much strain it takes for you to diminish it. No, going out of your way to diminish
don't talk
any
to your mother
success
like
that anyone has outside of yourself.
Can't you see that the book is a weapon? Yahoos on the Hill are already fundraising off of it. You know that they're hanging flags normalizing
It's
it?
the people who are making the change. That's democracy.
Oh, fuck's sake. No. You're engineering it.
Well, I'm not sure when my own family became a fascist regime, but in case you forgot, my wife's about to give birth to your grandchildren.
Oh my God, Josh. A+ for Liz. Well executed.
Do you hear yourself right now?
Please tell me what reciprocal debt I owe that will stop you from poisoning my son.
Holy shit. Jesus, Ellen, she's 8 months pregnant.
You should have read the book, Paul.
No, I'm not gonna read the book. I'm never gonna read the book, because if I did, I'd have to discuss it with you.
Whose side are you on, Dad?
There are no sides. There are
Clearly,
no
there are
sides.
two sides.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
You nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world.
Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir.
I'm one
Thank
of
you.
Awesome. Kuya P, nerds rule the world. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like nerds rule the world. Like I want more black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
They're nice to meet you. Nerds do rule the world.
We do. We're phenomenal, aren't we?
Thank you, nerds rule.
Love it.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julian.
Yes,
Rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
absolutely.
And you're right. Nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes. Nerds do rule the world. I agree.
We do.
I agree.
We're awesome, aren't we?
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
And nerds really do rule the world.
Thank you, sir. It's your boy Kuya P. Nerds rule the world. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
Do. They rule the world, all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.
Well, I was good until I saw that this is Nerds Rule the World. So are we talking about like everybody you interview is a nerd, right?
Oh, it's a legal requirement. It is.
It's a legal requirement.
Yeah.
Or are you, or the second you popped on screen, I was like, wait, are you supposed to be the queen nerd then?
I hope so. My handle is Heather is a nerd, so I am a professional at least.
Okay. But then you enter that whole question of like, well, if you're calling yourself a nerd, are you really a nerd? True nerd, would they call them? I don't know. I'm going to start going cross-eyed.
Going to psychoanalyze this a little bit.
Yeah.